I started crafting a short analysis yesterday about potential consequences of President Trump's tariffs. There are several layers to it, but as it pertains to China, my educated guess has been to expect Beijing to step up its lending to industry via state controlled banks with the intention of flooding the world market outside the US with its products. I say educated guess because I do not live in China and I have no first hand information from the Chinese policymakers on the subject. As it turns out, that has already been happening for quite some time. Keith Bradsher of the New York Times has an excellent story today on that very subject. What the US tariffs might do is trigger China to speed up its plan for world domination in selling products across the world. Bradsher's story says, and I quote, China has been rapidly expanding its share of global manufacturing for decades. The growth came mainly at the expense of the United States and other long-term industrial powers, but also of developing countries. China has increased its share to 32% and rising from 6% in 2000. China's factory output is bigger than the combined manufacturing of the United States, Germany, Japan, South Korea, and Britain, unquote. Bradsher also reports that a staggering $1.9 trillion in extra industrial lending is fueling continued flood of exports that could be spread even wider across the world by the Trump tariffs. Meanwhile, India, which is a minor player internationally as a manufacturer, is having to engage in its own behind the scenes jostling with the Trump administration after the president slapped 27% tariffs on exports from the country. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has remained characteristically silent, having made no public comment on a development fraught with profound implications for the country's economy. In contrast, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, and Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney have all also issued an ambiguously strong denunciation of the Trump tariffs.